Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay getting started tonight. OBS decided to just crash whenever I tried to run it instead of actually working, so that was fun. This can move. That's okay. That looks basically okay. Welcome. Thanks for sticking around and not disappearing. Let me know if the audio sounds okay. I might turn the music in the game down a little bit. And yeah, so I am here. Everything seems to be working now, and not too loud, maybe a little faint. Well, I can turn it up for you. How about that? But I don't want it blasting my ears too much. Cool, so welcome. It's Tuesday. It is 7 Eastern-ish. I'm still in Mexico, in Merida. I was thinking about potentially doing a stream from the pool tonight, but it's too hot and phones and computers are not super compatible with water. So it didn't seem like a great idea. It was easy to sort of jump in as a quick guest or sort of, cameo of our backyard when he's running the stream and I was just on Skype. Let me quit Dropbox here. It's doing stuff and that's annoying. Go away. You hear that Santiago is the heart of the city of Merida. Yeah, we are actually in the Santiago neighborhood. And it's really nice. It's a cool neighborhood, lots of nice neighbors, and we're enjoying ourselves. All right, looks like there might be a little glitching happening on here, so I'm gonna foreground that. That won't happen. Wonder if anyone will get the reference. Maybe. Okay. Oh yeah, my phone has been like disconnecting from cables all the time. And it just did it again. That is annoying. Yeah, I know. You think that it's not plugged in. Ooh, the operation could not be completed. I need to like look in there and clean it somehow. I tried to clean it. I'll just have to be careful. All right, sorry, more technical difficulties. It's probably gonna come up with a big version of my face in a second here. No, we're back to this. All right, crank the volume up there a little bit. All right, now I will be very careful with my phone and not wave it around. When you're playing the game on your device, feel free to wave it around. It's just because I'm plugged into the computer for streaming here. So we're going to be playing some One Deck Dungeon. If you didn't hear, One Deck Dungeon is coming out on iPhone and Android phones this Thursday. So definitely stay tuned to all of our news and stuff for that coming out on Thursday. And it's going to be on sale too with anniversary sale and charity event and all that stuff. So that's going to be pretty awesome. This is not flat lemonade, it's actually horchata. Tasty. Cool. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna start playing. Oh, I also wanted to mention, besides One Deck Dungeon, there's some, we're doing a lot of stuff on Eon's End as well. So, keeping busy around here, even after Sentinels, the Multiverse has ended. But it will continue. We're still working on bug fixes and other things too, so stay tuned for that. This is actually the final release build. You can see there's no beta stuff or anything like that. So we're going to get started and play a game. I'm just gonna hit quick play. I like to play random games, and it's on standard mode, Dolphin, not novice. So you won't freak out at me, I think. We've got the Archer in the Lich's Tomb, classic. And is it a hybrid deck? It is. Okay. And looks like I've got Force Bolt for a basic skill, which is not the best for the Archer, but in one player it's all right. Cool. And you can see this is what you're going to be playing on Thursday when you get the game on your phone. Oh yeah, I'm on standard, so I only got a 2 XP too. Hard mode standard. Skeleton in there. Oh man, that means I'm not going to get invisibility. That's too bad. All right. Let's open a door. So yeah, you might notice a lot of the UI is all really, tightened up, and everything is looking a lot sharper than the last time we showed this on the stream. We're pretty happy with it. We get dodge. That's nice. That's going to be what I'm going to take from here. Dodge is a really good skill. And yeah, here I have, I don't have a heroic die because of Lewd. And I'm looking for, I have 2 magic dice for 6 and 4 versus 3 dice for an 11-4. The magic shield is going to be easier and also hurt a lot less if I can't do it, which is quite possible with rolling 2 dice. Very likely, but I want that dodge. Oh man, I would need, yeah, I'm going to do it. If it takes 2 health, it's worth it for dodge. Oh, but I can do this. I want to spend 2 time. Heroic feat, hey? 4 time. Yeah, I think it's worth 4 time. We'll invest up front here. Look at that. Basically got it already. Unless I roll 2 1s. Oh man. I had to use my 6 for the armor box. But I got it. Just for an investment of 5 time, we can get the dodge skill. It's our very favorite ogre friend. This is a really difficult task at the best of times. At the start of the game, where I don't have any other heroic dice, I mean, I could definitely use heroic feat and, potentially do okay on this. If you're going to do this, it's good to do it on the first floor. Oh, it's this guy. I could also level up with this, which would be nice to get. I mean, the item is really good, but also getting a extra heroic die for every encounter this early is really good. Yeah, we have dodge. I'm gonna spend a bunch of time and take a bunch of damage, but we're gonna do it ogre time. Let's just roll good. So far, so good. So one thing you might notice, how the dice are being put on screen now is a little different than the regular version, or the tablet or landscape version of One Deck Dungeon. We initially had them sort of going, in the rows, strength, then agility, then magic, then heroic. But in order to we wanted to make the dice bigger. They were too small on the screen. It was hard to drag them around after playtesting a bunch, and so we decided to just sort of make them bigger and then be able to fill the space and not worry about lining them up exactly. They still come out in order, but not in the rows, and that works pretty nicely. And then you go back and play it on your iPad, and it's like, there's so much room on the screen, what's going on? Like, after playing it on phone for so long, it feels so different to go back to the landscape. All right, did a really good roll. We did a really good here, everyone. Nice job. We can definitely force bolt. Is going to be nice for that magic die. Let's cover up a few things that are obvious here first. Yeah, that would be nice to cover. Well, I mean, this is just as good on there as it is another place. I'm probably going to switch this to a strength because time is not a big deal, but hearts are a big deal. I'm going to be dodging. I may as well dodge. And if you haven't seen, you can actually Oh yeah, if you'd only lose one, spend time instead. This is perfect. I'm actually a really good ogre killing machine. We'll pay for dodge, so now we're down to 5. So we actually don't even have to cover all these boxes, we just have to not leave one or leave 2 hearts left, and we'll be okay. So I can actually like cover this. And if I can cover that 6, which I can't, but if there's a way, I have an extra point on there that I could potentially get. Yeah, if I turn this. Oh yeah, is that Lich doing something? No, he's not. Okay. So is he adding things to me? All right, so if I use Force Bolt and convert this into strength, I can do better. I can make a straight up strength die, right? But I'm actually short 1 point. Because I have a 5, I do have a 6. Oh man, oh, okay. No, I don't think I could have done that differently, right? I didn't have a 5 available, a 5 agility available. And there's no way I can get both of these. So it's better to cover this. And I can cover the 5 time like this. How can I cover the 9? Oh. Oh yeah, Lude's smart. Lude plays this more than me now. Right, cover that 2, and then there's just 2 left. Versus there being 3 left. Nice, so we just spend 5 time, and I'm totally fine with that. You can spend a health if you want to, but spending time is great. So, I mean, normally here I would take the health and magic, but getting immediately another heroic die is almost better than that right now. Because at the first floor, you're kind of strapped a little bit, right? Without that heroic die all the time. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Lude agrees. Brute Force is also a great skill, but it works so much better later in the game than it does now. Or if you have a way to make 5s, then you like combo it in, and it's super crazy. Cool, so we're now at level 2. We can have 3 items and 3 skills. Normally I usually delay leveling up, though going into level 2 is really nice for the heroic die. All right, we have a locked door. There's the magic die we were looking for. I think we should be able to easily pick the lock here with 4 dice. Went from novice to veteran. Well, fine. Do I need to roll for this? Rolling 4 dice against 12. Yeah, the armor box makes me nervous. I mean, yeah, progression is great. I'm going to use 1 just because the armor box makes me nervous, but you probably can get away without it. I really like the, yeah, look at that, Snake Eyes. The Huntress, I think, or one of the Forest of Shadows heroes that can just put a 4 on the board is super nice. Not that one. I didn't need to use my heroic feat after all, but yeah, accuracy is, I never really liked that skill. If you have a ton of agility dice, then it's great, but I never do. Maybe I do, but I want to actually roll dice more versus converting 3 for 1, which is super expensive. I mean, heroic 6 is just amazing, but sometimes you need volume of dice versus points. Oh yeah, and Shimmer Blast, that's like a low budget version of that, where sometimes you roll a 6. Though I'm probably going to take the item. All right, yeah, we're definitely going in here. Do I need to roll this? I don't have a ton of strength at the moment. I do have Force Bolt, though. We'll roll 1. Lou Dolphin has been meaning to ask something for the longest time, but we don't know what the question is yet. For the achievements that say win a game claiming only X items and skills and only using X skills and free skills from potions. Yeah, potions are unrelated to those achievements, so go nuts. All right. 2 on the armor. I would love to fill that armor with garbage dice, but I don't really have many. I could always force bolt into a 6 though, like that's just going to be great. So we'll put that there for now. You got them without claiming potions. Well, la-di-da. Yeah, we're covering everything here, except for the 4. I mean, actually, we'll just dodge that, and then we'll cover everything with dodge. Dodge is great, because you can just be like, I'm not covering that box with a 1 heart on it. And you're like, okay. What do we want? We want agility. There, no consequences. I want to be consequence-free. And I want to take that item. Shimmer Blast is okay, but I don't think we really need it right now. We need more dice. I'm gonna grab some more horchata. That's what I really need right now. BRB. The last time anyone saw John. I made this in the blender and it like made, I don't know if you can see like the gradation, like a ridiculous amount of foam. Like I made 500 mils for me and Brittany and it was at 1 liter with the foam. So I don't think you should use the blender unless you really want the foam because it basically made whipped cream. All right, we have 8 time left and I have to put 4 of them on the board, so we're only going to get 1 encounter here. I should stop playing with the little plug at the bottom or it's going to disconnect again. No touching. You don't allow bees in here. Oh hey, this is our first Forest of Shadows thing that popped up. I think so. Everything else has been the base deck. So we have a Poison Cloud. Yeah, this skill is, I actually like Spark because you can take like your pretty low level, yeah, poison, low level magics and get a pretty decent magic die out of them that you can then throw into other things or on a big challenge box. But I'll probably just take the item because I love rolling dice. And here we have, yeah, the same. We don't have any skills that have to do with agility, so we'll just take probably the easier one, even though it costs 1 more time. We're rolling 4 dice on each one. Shortcut to mushrooms. And I'm thinking here, if I take the first one, there'll be 1 left on the hourglass. And if I use my heroic feat, there'll be 1 heart on the hourglass, so then I can't do another door. But well, I can, but it'll cost health, like you always can. I don't think it's generally worth it to take health to just look at a door and decide to go in or not. But if I do crawl under and use my heroic feat, I could either crawl under, use heroic feat, or contain and don't, based on the way the hourglass is here. So I think it's contain and don't use the heroic feat. because the consequences aren't as bad. Who needs health anyway? That's right. Let's roll well. Yay! Crushed it. What would you have done, Lude? We have to play One Deck Dungeon together sometime. All right, yeah, and I think it's going to be the item here again. Spark does work on perils, but only magic perils, so not the best. And here I can stay and have one more look. Chance of rolling at least 1-3 with 2 dice, or think about that. We have a Rip and Tear Bramble Field. So Clear Path is definitely, I'm taking a hit from that. Run Through, I would probably want to use a Heroic Die. Actually, I just picked up another Agility, so I don't need to use a Heroic Die. That's an interesting potential. Oh, and I didn't even look at what potion I had because I was on random. I actually have Cure and Rewind. I didn't even notice what I had. I could have been taking a little damage in order to, I would just heal it back with that. I mean, I could always just Rewind if the encounter goes badly. Going with option 2 would make it more likely to cover all the squares. Well, I covered the squares. We collapsed the timelines. I think it's worth talking about this skill. Balanced attack, I actually play, I don't usually take it because it's pretty expensive, but I used it in my last game and it worked out really well. Because I was really starved for magic dice and it was like, I need something to get magic die, and I took it. And it ended up being pretty good. If you have, obviously you need a lot of strength to be able to take it. Yeah, it essentially costs 1 strength. That's true, because you're rolling another one. So it's not, but you have to have the 2 strength at first, right? Where if you only are rolling 3 strength dice, maybe you roll 6s and you're like, well, I don't want to spend those for it. So I would take that skill if I enter this room, unless I could get more XP by trading out an item. I would probably take the skill though, because then you have it. What are the odds on the run through? Never tell me the odds. That's pretty bad consequences if I fail. So if I fail to get the 10, then I would probably dibs out with a potion versus taking 4, basically 4 damage. Yeah, let's do it. And now, of course, I have to decide. I'm rolling 5 dice. Do I take a damage for sure to have a better chance at this? I don't think so. If I don't make it with 4, I'm probably not going to make it with 5, right? On a challenge like this. Look at that. Or 5 or 6, I guess I should say, right? I had 5. It's 5 dice. Yeah, let's take that skill. We'll probably switch it out later, but yeah, and here I could take a health just to look at a door, but you love to have a perfect thing? Yeah, that's gonna be nice. A friend of mine was playing this game that you had to get the dice exactly on every challenge box. And he was like, oh man, it's so hard. It's like, yeah, you're playing like One Deck Dungeon on ultra hard mode if you're doing that. Like you have to get every challenge box exactly. We should make, that would be a good achievement actually, is win a run getting every challenge box exactly. Chris would be like, you can't have an achievement like that. It's impossible. But he said that about a bunch of the achievements, and I knew they were going to be really hard, but someone would get them, and sure enough, Like all of them have been achieved by someone or other. All right, we have Weakness Curse, which is any 2s rolled or made discarded, and more armor boxes on magic, and a horrible peril box. Yeah, we're not going to fight the Phantom if he comes up. I think it's the Phantom or the, whatever the, yeah. The guy who discards 1s and 3s. I think it's called the Phantom or Phantom Elemental or something like that. How to get the You Got Good achievement. What was that one again? Oh, there's a bug here. That should be showing, that's not showing enough challenge boxes on the Lich. I can clear, I'm just going to make a note of that because that will be in the first update. That was part, I did make some sort of late optimizations, and part of it was trying to reduce flickering, and that has caused this here. And this one's going to get reported right away by people, but I will try to get out ahead of it. Fill all the challenge box encounter after not rolling enough to cover any box. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That was one that I just had. I think we came up with as a team, sort of some interesting challenges of like you have to roll a lot of 1s, 1s and 2s, and I've seen people talk about getting it there, like just get lots of skills and try to go and the right potions and try to find a goblin or something. There's certain encounters that are easier to do it on because they have higher number boxes. But you got to be good to do it. You got to learn the combos and the skills. All right. Yeah, so here I can clear this bug by just going back to the main menu and resuming. So it's not the end of the world. It's just a display issue. Right, so we have a boulder. It's a pretty tough peril, 4 XP. Taking that item would be good because I don't have any health items yet. I could replace something. I'm still pretty far from leveling up, so I'd have to replace something. Yeah, you generally don't get it by accident because you generally are trying to have lots of dice, so you're very unlikely to roll below every box, right? You could easily get it on, well, not easily. If you took peril focus skills and like peril focus stuff in your checklists, you could get it on something like this, right? Where like you just like roll 3s and below to and then fill them up by like swapping things out with skills. Critical strikes change 1 or 2 into heroic. That is actually really good with this character. But the item is what I would go for. So whether, here it is, slow time or run past it. 4 dice on run past it or 3 dice. Yeah, I think it's going to be 4 dice on run past it because I'll just like use my heroic feat. And I'll have basically 2 more dice for a similar time expenditure. And drop all 2s, which is the scary part. Is this, yeah. This is all, like, the Lich, you have to change how you think about rolling dice. You have to like factor in that you're going to lose 1/6 of your dice, right? And like, so if I'm rolling basically 6 dice, I'm going to lose 1. So I'm rolling 5 against this stuff. That's pretty rough. I'm going to roll 1 more. I could have just not gone into this encounter. But so far so good. Oh, look at those 2s. Gross. So I don't have any skills that help, but I can at least cover the big box so barely. Yeah, Kaliana is definitely rule breaking. Look, I only took 1 health in 1 time, so, and 4 times for my heroic skill. It's fine. All right, we're gonna take this item to get a health point. Critical strikes is fun, but, and I'm just gonna swap out the same for the same. Having those health buffs is really important against the boss. I'm just going to decrease my own volume a little bit because I feel like I'm in the yellow too much. Okay. Maybe this will be a little better. Hey, it's a little beetle. This is one that it's hard to get the Get Good achievement on. 3s. I guess 2s, and you want to pick a dungeon where I think there's dungeons where the minimum boxes aren't so low. This is a pretty basic battle, but you gotta take the basic ones too, right? And hopefully not roll a lot of 2s. We got to try. I'm rolling 11 dice, so probably losing 2 of them to 2s. And on my skills, the skills where you roll things, then you can lose them again. Let's roll 1. At least here you're guaranteed to get a die. Well, I guess you're not. You could roll 2 2s. So I'm actually going to discard the 2, because if I discard the 1, I would then lose the 2 to the Lich's effect. Yay, no 2s! Except we have to cover a 2. Awkward. Alright. Actually, I rolled so many big dice, I don't know what to do with myself. I could try for the balanced attack. It's dangerous because I could roll a bunch of 2s. Let's see what I have before that. I could cover, not quite those. I could cover this, I could cover this and this. I could make a heroic 3 for that, and make a heroic. I mean, I could use dodge and stuff, right? Like, so I could do this. I think it's worth using balanced attack because I have enough spare change to work with. I'll use those 2 heroics for that. Roll away, my children. Hey, it's pretty good. And now I can increase one of them. Yeah, I can increase this 5, and then I think I'm good. I can change my mind on that later, I think. Right, so I've like over-covered stuff like hilariously. Let's see where I think I might want to, yeah, I want to cover that too, so I don't spend any more time. But I can definitely like rearrange stuff here. Use the return dice button. Can you get one deck dungeon on the Switch? I guess you could, but we don't have it. We're not doing that yet. Cover this, cover these armor boxes. Yeah, actually I want to turn these into heroics and then use the magic to make magic. Oh, actually, I just rearranging them, I have enough to do whatever I want, but I guess we could have done shake to roll on the phone. I never really considered that too much, but we didn't decide not to do it on the iPad because it was kind of awkward, and it's still awkward on the phone. Like, you're on the bus and you're just like, and then your phone's like, undo typing? No, you don't want to do that. Maybe, if we get a petition by 1 million people, we might do it. But we probably still won't, because stop making dumb petitions to creators. Yeah, undo typing. I think you can disable that in accessibility if you really don't like it. All right, so at the item limit, there is a petition to stop petition creators, actually. It's on change.org, so look that one up. Here, I think it's just Crushing Blow, which is like a really simple skill, but it's surprisingly useful. The item is going to be just like a straight swap out, so that's not helpful. So we'll take the skill. Generally, I always prefer to take, except for the level 2 is important to get that heroic die, but like taking skills and items to fill up before leveling up is key for me. Yeah, shake your laptop to roll the dice. All right, we have Thorn Spitter. We haven't taken any poison yet, fingers crossed. No, I've jinxed myself. So now we're at the limits of skills. Yeah, actually Precise Blow is better than Crushing Blow. They're both blows, but one, yeah, I'm not gonna go down that road. You can take that 2 agility and spend it on like dodge, right? Like it's really good combo type of skill. I feel like, yeah, Strike Down is not bad. Again, we have to worry about rolling 2s. The question is, how deep do we want to get into spending time on this? Like Strike Down with 4 dice. Probably only 3 because you're going to lose 1. That's like impossible, right? There's no way you're going to do that. So you have to use, and Evade Thorns with 4 dice is possible, but almost impossible. So like we're going to have to use Heroic Feat on this at least 1 die. I think Evade Thorns is going to be easier, but it's also worse. One thing that you don't often think about, or a lot of people don't think about, I think, is choosing a peril option. Even if it's slightly easier to do one of them, like to do the hard, it might be easier for you to do the hard one, if that makes sense, but if you fail, the consequences are going to be way worse. Here the consequences are only basically 1 heart worse, so they're not too terrible. So, and again, we still have that potion, and we've taken 1 damage, so if we use the potion, we'll heal it up. So let's go Evade Thorns. Here I've been wishing I took that skill that works on the... Actually, that skill is only for magic. So I'm going to use my feet. Just 2 dice. Let's play a little risky here. There, nice, we got a 5 out of it. That's the armor box, most importantly. And we lost another 2, but that's okay. I think we rolled enough. Just exactly, perfectly enough. No problem here, everything's fine. Do I swap out Crushing Blow for Precise Blow? I think so. Like, let me look at the boss here. Boss doesn't have any 6 requirements, so he does that annoying thing where he discards dice on you. So I think swapping out, putting Precise Blow in is going to enable so many more combos than Crushing Blow. So let's do that. And I think I like having balanced attack, so I could swap that instead. But. All right, we have 1. This is the last door. So just put a -4 on that hourglass mentally. I guess I could have explored early just for that. Where am I at XP? 4 out of 8, actually moving quite along on the XP track now that I'm at the limit. So we have Adept, roll, oh that's actually nice. Especially with the 2 discarding thing, like you're probably going to discard 1 anyway, so you may as well discard the 1, but unfortunately you cost 2, which is going to be basically spending either 3 or a bunch of 1s on it. I don't know that I love that, especially over any of my other skills. So I think this is going to be just an XP. And I can't place heroics on dungeon challenge boxes, so I better roll enough magic. That is, with the armor box there, that is trouble. Like I have only 3 magic and another one from balance attack. So 4 magic, and they have to be 3 or higher basically. And I'm gonna lose probably one of them. Yeah, that's way too risky. I mean, the consequences on this are not actually very bad. But the problem is, like, I could use a rewind potion, but like, I could just not go into this thing that I don't care about. That's better. Like, the potential, like, waste of time is the main thing on that one, right? For the really small reward. Whereas I could go to probably 2 other doors here instead. Bravely run away, exactly. And look, a nice little cave-in. This is something I can deal with. And get a flame weave. That's actually probably worth potentially replacing balance attack with. We'll think about that. But it's definitely worth taking for the XP, and it's a lot easier than that other thing. So I think we'll do the same thing we did on the last one. Though actually this one is much easier on the strength. We're rolling 4 dice against those boxes, but losing one of them probably. That's not great. So I would still use a heroic feat. Yeah, I think it's actually dismantle it with heroic feat. It's probably, you know, could grow a little riskier, but dropping all of the, yeah, and here I'm got a 6, so it should be okay. But like dropping all the 2s is just so dangerous. You have to respect that in this dungeon. Yeah, I think I probably would have taken a big hit on the other one if I rolled like that. Even like that was a great roll, but like lose a 2 or a couple 2s and that's it. All right, so it's Flame Weave or the skill, or I could trade in and level up, but I don't think I want to trade in the health item. None of my skills are all like 2 experience, so. I have not used balance attack yet, but part of that is because of the rolling thing, and the rolling thing doesn't apply, like the dropping 2s doesn't apply against the boss, so you have to keep that in mind. Oh, sorry, my phone lost its cord. I'll just stream like this in front of the camera. No. All right, yes, I know you lost your life. Quick time. Let's try again. Yeah, I need to fix. I mean, I don't usually stream off my phone. It's a pretty special thing with One Deck Dungeon, I guess, but. Oh, I know, and yeah, iTunes, I definitely wanted you to launch there. That was what I wanted. All right, I think we're back. Life of a Wizard. I don't know about that game. What is it? What's that about? So the boss here, yeah, so he's got 3, he's pretty balanced, right? Like basically the same on every one. So you want to have balanced stuff, or at least, or if you're gonna leave anything down, only leave 1 down, and bulk up on 2 of them, so you can, and preferably magic. Don't leave magic alone with the Lich. So rolling more magic dice is good, and having stronger magic dice is really good. But honestly, balance attack is going to be strong because it nets you more dice, right? Like you're paying 2, like hopefully 1s, and getting at least that much back against the Lich. So it's not a really good skill to have during the dungeon here, but against the boss, it's actually really good. And so I'm going to keep it. And so is Precise Blow for the same reason, like just getting more dice that you can work with. Text-based adventure, you play the life of a wizard from age 7 to 60. Cool. Is that like on Steam or a browser game? Or? All right, so I'm not taking Flame Weave. I like Flame Weave a lot, But I'm not taking it because I can't fit it and I don't want to trade my other things. So it's XP. Oh, unless I could have got more XP. Oh, I could have got more XP by trading out that, but then if I would lose the trade-in value, so it's no point to that. I could have got 3 XP instead of 2 by switching the one I already have, but since I'm only 2 away, there's little point to doing that. It's like card-based, right? So I'd end up losing the more valuable card. Play on Steam, but I think it's meant for iOS. Okay, cool. Check it out. Oh, and here's perfect. Another fairly easy trap. Oh, and I could potentially change out an agility item here, but I don't really want to do that. I'd probably just take the XP. Oh, and yeah, dexterity is like crushing blow, but for pink. Here we have 1 time left. So I think this is, ooh, this is going to be potentially tough. Jump over. If I climb around, I won't have time to use a heroic feat, but if I jump over, I will. And then also potentially get wrecked. But I have rewind. So let's jump over and not roll any 2s. That's the plan, right? Perfect. So far, all's going according to plan. Nope, don't roll those 2s, but rolling a bunch of 5s and 6s. The plan didn't totally work, but it worked well enough. This is a pretty lucky run so far. All right, I think we're just going to take the XP. So actually, if I had to swap the other XP, then I would still have 2 XP left. So I should have done that. But oh well. I'm taking the XP because I don't want that skill really. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't, so. Level up! All right, and we're gonna descend or we'll take damage to look at a door, which, as we discussed, maybe different people have different preferences or thoughts about that. I'm possibly totally wrong. Maybe you should look at every door and take all the damage. It's quite possible that is a good idea. I just haven't found it works out for me. Holy magic boxes! So this is the 3rd floor of the Lich. I don't think we have stats on which floor people die on, but just look at that. Another armor box on the perils, a 10 magic box on the combats, and just to like make it insult to injury, if an encounter's consequences include damage, add damage. Like, it's a pylon in a bad way. Like, this is why the Lich is difficulty 3. I'm getting down to the, you must construct additional pylons, exactly. So we must get more magic dice, but we haven't actually had much opportunity to. Dice may not be re-rolled or increased. Well, luckily, only one part of our skills actually do that, so that doesn't really affect us except a tiny bit with balance attack. Exploit weakness is actually a really nice little skill. You turn a basically agility 1 or 2 that we're getting from this into a heroic 4. So basically this skill between precise blow becomes turn a strength 1 into a strength 5 and a heroic 4. Like, sure. I mean, also just rolling more strength dice is really good for us too. The only problem is that huge chunk of magic that we don't have. We're rolling 3, we're rolling a heroic, we'll probably roll another heroic. Probably, we could roll 2 heroics here. We might have to if we decide to fight it. I think if we're gonna fight it, we need to fight it with full heroic feat, because like dropping 2s, we're gonna be in tough against this. So, but I don't think we have a lot of time to be looking at other doors just for to find magic. Like, we need to work with what we have and improve as well as we can. So don't roll 2s. Only a couple. All right. I was like thinking I had that skill already with the heroic 4. Not quite. So I could go rolling more dice with balanced attack here, or just straight up do the precise blow. Yeah, well, we're gonna need to cover these armor boxes, and unfortunately they're gonna be with those, overpaying for them. Oh yeah, these dice are just like 1 too low. That's frustrating. I mean, to solve that, I could try to roll more dice. So yeah, bounce attack is really questionable on this dungeon level. Yeah, okay. Let's just see what I got without rolling anything, and then we can change our mind if we decide that we're in trouble. You know what? This is not terrible, because I can dibs out of that damage with dodge, and I can't. There's no way I can cover that unless I try, like, well, okay, I can use precise blow. There's no shame in that. And so, yeah, I mean, I could cover that, or I can't get close to this 10, right? Like, but I could easily dodge. And yeah, this is actually no consequences, because I can use kiting. Well, okay, 1 time. I'll take 1 time. Any time. All right, so we have a choice here. The XP is basically not a choice. Like, it's 10 to get to the 10 XP for 1 heroic dice is not a good trade. Like, when you can like get a skill that has roll heroic as the skill, or even the skill which is basically get a heroic of higher than average value for garbage, like, that is way better than taking XP. So it's whether having that item, the item is good because we're basically, every die is like worth like 5/6 of itself in the dungeon, and then we're going to need lots of dice against. Yeah, but you get to the heroic die eventually anyways, right? By like, if you have enough time to get good on the level. But like, getting like 9 XP, you get, and you have nothing if you don't make it all the way to level up. And so it's really, and you're less likely to get there because you're weaker, right? Like, it's just not, it doesn't add up. So the strength die I like because we have 2 strength-based skills. It's not as good now because what we need is like more reliable dice, but we need more quantity of dice. I like the exploit weakness because it also works with his like end thing. I just want better skills than that. I'm gonna take exploit weakness. We need magic dice, and we need or things that can be magic dice. So heroic is that. Roll better. That's a great answer. Or have ways to mitigate that, like taking that skill. And we get another strength item. Well, barrage is a skill I'm definitely not taking. So it's whether is this worth the item that I'll probably replace if I can find a magic. But like, again, should I flee just to look for something else and then end up back here? Man, this is, these 2 armor 4s. And I am rolling 5 agility probably. 5 agility. I'm going to lose one of them to a 2. So that's 4 on those boxes. I feel like perils are not my strength here. I am fleeing from this. There's like, I need a better reward if I'm going to go after. I'm going to be spending basically like half the time left in the level just to get a thing, so we have to get the right thing. Another... Oh, it's a small peril, but look at that item and look at that potion. That potion is what I want. Roll 3 magic. That is what's going to carry us through the Lich, if we can get to the Lich, or even get to the Lich. Rolling 3 magic and healing when you do it. And we can like safely take a hit. Like we can ignore that 6 box I don't care about because like we're going to get a potion token and heal. So any like basically any 1 consequence. I mean, yeah, we get actually an extra 1 from the Lich, but like that's worth it. So yeah, so I mean the item is also worth taking here too, but that potion is like exactly what we need. So it's whether disarm or run through. Disarm is like 3 times for a 5 and a lot less risky. So yeah, this might be the last thing we actually get to do. So even if we took the other one and spent less time. And let's spend the low one here. And now we'll roll like all 2s. No, pretty good. We're halfway through the armor. Ooh, there we go. There's a bad roll. No 2s, but at least we, yeah. So we're taking 2 health in 1 time. But we're going to get 1 back by getting the potion. And we're basically healing all the time passively with the cure potion. Like anytime you gain a potion or use a potion, you heal. So like, it's good to have and use potions. And rewind is going to be useless. So actually having a potion that does exactly what we need is really lucky to get this. Like, we could easily had not taken a potion and then we end up with just cure for the boss fight, and rewind doesn't do anything, and we have a really bad time compared to having, rich heals for 3, right? So, all right, so here it's basically we want to take something unknown. We're not going to get to do more than 1 thing here, right? We can either take something unknown or grab that strength item and potentially get hurt a bunch doing it. I mean, we could use, if we go after the magic one, we could always spend a potion to get past it. Or maybe get past it, maybe not. I mean, yeah. I feel like I'd rather, something random is going to be at least as good as a strength item for us. Like this. Excellent. A strength item that has a heart, but it's also super hard. What's the contextual reason there is for time? The dungeon cave in a few minutes? I mean, there's just lots of dangerous things happening. And I think it's talked about in the rulebook a bit about what, that like the monsters are closing in on you and you need to get away from them, and escaping down the stairs is a way to do that. And buy yourself some more time. I think it's characterized as like enemies chasing you. So here we are. We're definitely going to do this, I think, versus the other one because the item is really good. The skill, I'm at my limit, so I'd have to trade something, and I think that isn't as good. I mean, that's obviously a really good skill, but I need to spend my magic on filling the boxes. And the XP thing is useless. So it's for this item, which is fine. We need strength for the boss as well. And the question is, how do I fight it? I could have 1 more die if I use... Yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is just climb around and throw as many dice as I can at it. So it spends 3 time, and then I'm going to spend 4 time on this. And then we have 2 time to work with, basically, to not take damage. That's pretty good. That covers the armor. This is kind of overkill, but with the 2s dropping, you never know, right? Like, yeah, we might actually take a bit of damage here. I didn't ever pick up a peril skill, no. Oh yeah, actually. Whew! I'll take it. The archer runs across the bridge and Gandalf slams his cane and he yells, "You shall not pass!" Exactly. The monsters don't go down the stairs because they're not rated for that level. It's below their pay grade. Okay, so I'm taking 2 damage, so be it. I'm getting a health back, so it actually really only is 1. And we're going to be healing up to use our potion by using our potion. And now we're just going to descend or we'll take damage. And for what? Rope bridge? No. Did I press it right? I pressed it. Pressed it. It's the Lich. Or, as he's known, Licky, Licky, Licky. The Licky tongue. Alright, so now we can roll 2s, and that means all these dice are going to be 2s. Oh, only 1. 2 of them, actually. And decent roll. Alright, so his effect is notable. The first time each box with a skull is covered during a round, discard the die. So it can be very difficult to actually hit the Lich because of this. And we have, our skills are amazing here. So dodge actually prevents 2 in a boss fight, and kiting just like straight up prevents 1. Like, yes, use that for free. Consequences are down by 1. And we have this amazing potion we can't forget to roll 3 magic. So we're probably going to have to use that. We didn't roll great on magic. We might want to use balanced attack right away. Let's see what we got. So we generally with the Lich, I want to cover the big boxes. He only has 5 health, but like he will kill you if you don't take out the big boxes, right? So covering those is very important. Like, I don't have quite enough even to cover them, but I can probably almost cover the agility one. We'll see what we roll. And we also have our other things. I actually rolled I feel like I rolled too high because I want to don't want to put those big dice into bounce attack because I might get worse dice out of it. But I could, based on what I rolled already, I could probably take like no damage, right? And just sort of pass until the next round. Which isn't necessarily a bad idea. Yeah, because I could make up for the small differences with my skills here, but I don't have like 2 extra dice to roll. And if I want to actually hit him, I need to use a potion, which I feel like I have 3 damage. I'll use a potion now. So let's get the dice back. I'll roll those dice first, and we'll see what we have. I'll plan to use 1 potion a round. But if I can hit him for 3, like it's worth it to use a potion or 2, right? Like, because that's more than half of his health. All right, so I ended up rolling crappy. I can use Force Bolt to generate something to use, but I can also like see what I get if I throw these in here, right? Like actually cover the big box just with magic, so that's okay. I'm gonna use Balance Attack. I just haven't decided which dice to use. I guess it's gonna be a 2 and a 4. I just feel like I'm running the risk of taking a bunch of damage if I roll a bunch of 1s. But I do have Precise Blow, so worst case I just Precise Blow out of it. So, all right, let's do that. If I had like a poor heroic or something, that would make my decision easier, right? And I rolled pretty decently. What do I want to increase? If I increase magic, then I can probably get a hit on the magic side. What do I have for... Oh, and I'm already at, yeah, almost enough on agility. So I can increase agility for that too. This is hard to... Yeah, crap rolls are useful, but better rolls are better. I could also increase the strength and have a chance of actually covering the strength box. If I increase the magic die, I can hit him with the 2 magic 3s, that's true. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, because then I would have 18 in there. Yeah, and I could take it. I could take 2 3s out. Yeah, okay, that's worth it. Yeah, those 3s are budgeted for attacking unless I have something better to do. I'd rather just not attack him if I'm gonna get slaughtered, right? So, yeah, my rolls are actually so they're so like middling that it's hard to increase them. Yeah, this is going. If I had 1 more point in that agility die. Though I need to use agility for dodging, like, just need to, so that's probably what's going to happen here. I mean, I could precise blow a 4 to a 5. I think there's no reason not to do that here. I have Force Bolt, but again, I have other things to do with it. I could, yeah, the thing is I can, like, I can make things slightly better, but not, like, better enough to actually be real better, if that makes sense. Then I can exploit weakness. And so I could actually hit him again. Actually, this might be fine. Okay. Sure. Actually, so I don't like overpaying. Even though I'm going to lose the dice. I don't think I have to use dodge because I've got all the boxes covered and I can hit him with magic and I can hit him with agility, and then the other one's covered by kiting. So no damage, and hit him for 3, hit him for 2. I don't think there's any way I'm gonna hit him for more than that. Unless I like just rolled a bunch of magic potions. I think it's better to like take the 2 and no damage and go to the next round. That's really good. Why do you decide to listen to Dark Souls while listening to the stream? Or play Dark Souls? All right, new round. We still have 3 potion tokens, so yeah, we're doing fine. Except for rolling really badly, but then again, you know, we basically used our skills to get where we were before, and we'll do that again, but they'll actually be more, like, feel more effective this time. So yeah, I think right away, kiting, obviously, balanced attack, makes sense to start with that and see where we end up with just a 1 and a 2. I mean, I should also do the mana potion, but we'll do this first. Look at that, a 5 and a 6. There's no point just increasing the 1 because, oh yeah, we're basically covering off. Yeah, I'll increase the magic one. Increasing the 1, I'm just gonna trade that in right away, anyways. So I'll do that right now. There's no point to keeping that strength 1. And then there's no point to keeping an agility 1. And I mean, we could see what we could do with this before even rolling. I'm sure we're gonna want to roll, most likely, but it's good to sort of get an idea of what you got. Yeah, we actually have all the bad boxes like fully covered. We can't like, and we could even hit him for 1 with this. So if I roll a potion, that's a win. So, I mean, it could be all 3 1s. I'll just do another one. Yeah, so here doing 2 damage. Actually, that's not a total win because reasons, because I think we only hit him for 2 so far, right? But I'll just roll another potion. A trolley going by? No, it's just someone selling something. There's lots of like little carts that go by that someone's selling pizza or drinks or random stuff. I have Force Bolt, so I can Force Bolt something in to get, yeah, so I can like do this, but then I can also, if I roll more magic, I can basically get enough to hit him one more time. Is that greedy? I mean, if I roll really, really badly next round, I lose, right? So I have 2. Oh, but there's not enough magic dice. I already have 7. I need to trade more in. I need to trade 2 of them in. Yeah, I don't think there's just not enough dice. Like if I could trade 2 of them in for Force Bolt, and then I could roll 3, but then I probably wouldn't have enough dice to actually make 2 more dice to put in that. I'll put 1 on the 3 to discard it and use a skill to convert to a different color. That's actually, yeah, discarding them counts. The problem is I don't want to like try to do this and then roll like terrible on the potion and have nothing for next round. It's probably worth trying though. Yeah, like discarding the dice in order to do it. All right, let's do it. We're doing it. We're gonna Force Bolt this into a strength. Fortune favors the bold. This could really go badly, but it also, like, the next waiting to another round could also go badly, right? Like, you don't know for sure. All right, so, and we're gonna roll more mana. And we rolled poorly. We're gonna need to, yeah, I have 2 potions, so we have 1 more try. I can make heroic out of, actually, I can take 5 damage. Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter. I don't need to survive the big magic box. Yeah, I have lots of health. And actually I could use this to dodge if I want. I could roll another magic potion, we'll roll another mana potion. Then I don't take any damage. Perfect the boss. Yeah, and I don't need to cover the strength 17. Listen, Lude, I do what I want. Yeah, I came in pretty well prepared for the boss fight, as it turns out. And I got an achievement! Achievement unlocked! Turns out this game is not impossible. You can get good. All right, let's cover some spaces. So many options with Forest of Shadows. Clever targeting is a really good one. And let's put some into crafty. And then maybe 1 more into clever targeting. Like, how good is that skill? Reduce the difficulty of each armor box by 1. That is game breaking. Mana potions are so good. Yep, if I didn't have that mana potion, I probably would have lost. I mean, maybe. It would have been like much more tough and touch and go, much more difficult decisions in the boss fight. I still would have had a chance, but yeah, free heroic dice are great. There's lots of really good stuff there. So that is One Deck Dungeon. I'm gonna go ahead and share that on my Twitter. Live on Twitch at that. All right, so I think I don't know if I want to play a more one-deck dungeon or some Sentinels on phone. Or I could play Sentinels on iPad, switch it over. Tell me what you think in the chat, and I will get a beer. We have Sentinels. Well, I'd rather play it on my iPad, so I'm gonna grab... I could play it on the iPad. I don't think actually I have a version that's working on there. I'll grab my iPad. I'd rather use that than the phone. I realize that lots of people like to play games on their phones, but for me, the iPad is the best gaming device. I play Slay the Spire on my iPad now, because with Steam Link, you can send your computer over to your tablet. Or sorry, yeah, your computer over to your iPad. It's really great. It's a little sluggish, slightly sluggish, like you wouldn't be able to be like a fast player of Slay the Spire, but that's me. That's not the game. There's an iPad, and it's off center now. Boop. How about that? Yeah, like sitting on. I mean, I'm gonna prefer to play games on the couch, and so console is good, but it's hard to have a console traveling the world. I do have an Apple TV that I can play some things on, but it doesn't actually have a lot of stuff. Oblivion got a makeover, yeah. And this might not have audio at the moment. I think there's music off. Oh, nope. I have an echo because I have the wrong source selected. That sounds like Sentinels. Let me know if that sounds okay on the levels. Seems from the little thingy it might be okay. Takewalker likes the Sentinels icon with the little Christopher in the corner. Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, that's the Learn to Play edition. Kind of quiet? All right, I can turn it up a little bit. I like Sentinels music too. I don't mind cranking it a little bit. Yeah, you can download the Learn to Play edition if you want to have the Christopher icon on your iPad. But yeah, anyway, so for me, like, I love just sitting on the couch and playing games. Sitting on like a desk chair that I sit at all day while I work isn't as comfortable. I mean, I like to change how I sit and stuff. Yep, that's why the beta has a big bold beta on it. So yeah, so I like to play games that way, like Xbox or that sort of thing, and so iPad is just as easy and really nice. So I was actually thinking that when Slay the Spire comes out on iPad, I might start streaming that on my own channel. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. I'm having a beer that I don't always drink, lager beer, but when I do, it's not usually this, but if I was a sophisticated man, I might. Dos Equis, sorry. No Dolphin's so bad at it. Well, you'll just have to watch me. Yeah, my thought about streaming Slay the Spire was, like, I could start streaming Slay the Spire, but my computer's really, like, not strong enough to stream and have game at the same time. So streaming from the iPad is really nice, and so I want to be able to do that. And so, like, I feel like it might be interesting to, you know, start a brand new, not account, but like a new sort of, I guess, account or whatever, like a new profile on iPad when it comes out on that, and then sort of go through up the ascensions on that. I'm at Ascension 12 on all the characters now. So I'm not quite at Jorb's level or other Ascension 20 players, but I'm getting better. Das Equis is the German version. Das Equus. All right, so yeah, let's play some Sentinels. Ascension 2, no shame in that. You always got to get better. Just keep playing. Learn. You're always learning. Sometimes I'll take a card that I've never used just to like try to figure it out and like use it in a deck and see what happens, even though I know it's probably a bad idea, because you learn about it, right? And you get a sense for how it works and combines with things. Like, I've done some really stupid things. Like, I was trying to think something I did was like, yeah, I had the relic that automatically blocks for 6 at the end of your turn, and the Velvet Choker where you can't play more than 6 cards. And I was like, oh, you know, card reward came up from boss. I was like, oh, After Image, great card. I'll always take it. It's always good. And then I realized that, so After Image gives you 1 block whenever you play a card. So the most I could get out of it is as much as the other relic would get for me automatically. And so it was usually worse. Like, it could be better, like if I was playing block cards, it would be better, but if I was just relying on that relic, like basically it made the other relic totally useless and work poorly. So you have to watch out for that sort of thing. Yeah, daily runs don't boost Ascension. They're fun. I play them sometimes, but they don't really help you get better at the game, I don't think. They're just so weird. It'd be like playing like weird Sentinels variants on the tabletop. It's like they don't help you get better at Sentinels. They're still fun, but it doesn't help you with the hard parts of the game. All right. You realize they don't help? Yeah. All right, I have half an hour. Let's hit random, see what the game gives us. Misinformation with 5 heroes. You sure? This will be tricky. Hey, it's Guise. Remember your trading. All right, so Misinformation, we haven't played on stream a ton. She brings out a diversion at the start of the game, and then she's looking for H-1 or more clue cards at the start of her turn. So she is going to be looking for 4 clue cards in play that we need to basically deal with. And at the end of her turn, she destroys our stuff. Bunker, Termi-Nation Bunker has auxiliary power source, external combustion, couple turret modes. Guise has gimmicky character, I can do that too, look what I found, and retcon. Voidguard Mainstay has dropped the hammer, Durasteel studded vest, kick the tires, and shard strength. Voidguard Writhe has grasping shadowcloth, lies of the shadows, nowhere to hide, and the shadow cloak. I should do some stats on see like what's the average title length of cards by expansion, because I'm pretty sure the chart goes like this. So you look at like Bunker's cards versus, or like Citizen Dawn's cards versus later stuff. The Naturalist has Bestial Shift, Blend into the Pack, Cornered Beast, and Indomitable Force. And that is it. All right, so let's get started and see what happens. Your least favorite solo villain? Well, maybe I can change your mind. Takes a different kind of strategy to face misinformation. All right, we have a cat stuck in a tree, a diversion here, and this clue has come out, which is good. So that is going to, basically we can destroy our stuff to take less damage. So we might want to actually play stuff to do that. And this just deals damage. It's convenient to have a diversion like this out because you can actually like have something to hit. Because as you can see, she's not a target on her front side. She's not yet revealed. And this only goes after equipment cards, so I'm going to... interesting. Yeah, I could play turret mode and try to get some more cards going with this. Let's draw a card first. I think I'll play the Omni Cannon. I'd rather keep the power source to actually maybe get to use it. Omni Cannon, not likely to get to use it or do much with it. I don't want to destroy it though. I want to save them for that malfunction. Guise does not have any of his ongoing cards, but that's okay. He doesn't have any equipment either. So yeah, I mean, we could go ahead and be like, destroy the clues, but we need them to build up. So we just have to roll with it. I could use a power. I can do that too. Mainstay is just damaging. Writhe looks for the Shadow Cloak, which is in his hand. Naturalist looks for forms. Actually, these are not great powers for guys. Hunted Naturalist is good, but I don't know if any of these cards really affect guys too much. Could get some redirection. Yeah, I feel like I just want to draw cards. We could hit the diversion. Like, the diversion is just gonna mostly destroy our stuff, so like punching it is fine. Ooh, best card ever. The Endlings have a coffee tree that's the last of its kind. All right, yeah, let's get equipment out for... Actually, equipment, this is good for Mainstay. He's gonna get to do stuff whenever equipment is destroyed. So let's play that equipment and punch the thing. Or I could draw cards. Let's see, do we have damage enough to punch to kill the thing? I'm gonna be playing the Shadow Cloak with my power probably. Yeah. I don't actually want those. I guess I could play Shadow Cloth just to like have it out as equipment to be destroyed. That might be good. So yeah, so he's not hitting the thing, and the Naturalist probably isn't going to be dealing 5 damage to it. Oh, but I could use Cornered Beast to just blow it up. Yeah, okay. Oh, I can't actually play the Shadow Cloak as well because my power won't find it. So I think it's just play the Shadow Cloak and skip. You don't actually want the Shadow Cloak in your hand with this Writhe. Yeah, I'm thinking Cornered Beast, destroy the thing. We don't unfortunately have a good way to accelerate her card plays. Just has to play her clues on her own time. Sometimes she plays a couple. The Long Dark, that's a cool game. My computer is like not good enough. Like my laptop is not good enough to play it at like anything other than like hilarious quality level, so it's not very fun, but like I played it a bit on my iMac back in early access and it was pretty cool. It's like a game about where I live, about where I'm from, like Canada. So it's kind of funny. I mean, I'm not from that north of Canada, but it's really interesting to have a game that's like in the wilds of Canada. It's so exotic. It's like, yeah, okay. All right, so 5 minus X. So yeah, we're going to destroy as many as we can to reduce the self-damage here. And we do not get another clue. Explosion in the lab. Someone can discard their hand to destroy this card. And she ended up destroying our ongoing because of her end of turn thing. Yeah, she does have ways to like get more clues out, right? I thought she has a card that like, maybe not. Maybe she just plays one card a turn. Anyways, we're gonna get there. Yeah, I think it's basically just play equipment and try to mitigate the self-damage here. Oh, and I have to use it. Well, okay. That's fine. I'll have lots of cards to play next time. She can play more cards, yeah. Yeah, survival game about just surviving in the woods. That's true. Like, it's surprisingly fun to like try to keep warm in a game and like find firewood and fix your broken stuff and catch fish in the frozen lake, and like that kind of stuff is just like kind of soothing, but also terrifying. And then there's the wolves are, I mean, they posted about how the wolves are not realistic, but they're just a gameplay element, but they're also scary. All right. Yeah, best card ever seems fine. We have Corrupt on to hit. If there wasn't Corrupt on, I might not have done that. I feel like punching Corrupt on more is probably a good idea. Ninja bears. Yeah, they didn't have bears when I was playing, I think. Well, the wolves were like the only other creature. If you like bears, you should check out Bear Simulator. It's awesome. Hilarious Kickstarter that actually shipped their hilarious game. New dolphin. Nice. I could blow up Corrupton here. Blow Upton. I guess I could play Headlock just to like have it out there for misinformation to destroy. I think that's decent. Let's put this by Corrupton, and then we're gonna kill Corrupton like right now. And then it's just gonna hang out in the environment area. And then misinformation can blow it up for us. No, Bear Simulator didn't fail. It succeeded wildly. It had wildly overfunded, like 10,000% or something. And it's hilarious. I actually want to like play it on a really good computer sometime to see what it's like, because like my computer is not good enough again for really heavy 3D graphics. And it's just like so silly. I enjoy it. Yeah, someone's going to discard their hand, by the way, and that someone is probably going to be Writhe, because Writhe can always get the thing he needs to sacrifice. So, is there something I want to do? I don't think so. I just want to play Shadowcloth and move a card from a trash pile to the bottom of his deck. We don't have anything at the bottom, like anything that we care about. Actually, moving that diversion out, she has stuff that gets diversions out of the trash, doesn't she? Oh no, she doesn't. She like cares about if there's no diversions, I think, right? Shuffle a villain trash from the villain deck. Okay, sure. Is there anyone who would want to get one of their cards back into their deck? No, none of our heroes here play the bottom card of their deck or anything, right? So I'm just gonna skip. Oh, I can't skip. All right, sure. That card can go back. And let's get the Shadow Cloak. Yeah, she shuffles her trash back in. All right, now probably the Naturalist is going to start doing things. I would love to have one of my forms in play. How many equipments? This should tell me how many equipments there are. It doesn't. It's an older card. Only 2, so we're still dealing ourselves like 3 damage. So I don't want to like use this and have redirection because that would be bad. But I could, I mean, despite like, it seems like you don't want to play ongoings and stuff with misinformation, but like outpacing her can be useful. Just like play more than she can destroy. Especially when you can't really do anything else at the start of the game, right? You could just draw cards, I guess, but where's the fun in that? Yeah, let's play Blend into the Pack and maybe we'll save ourselves a damage or something. Let's choose Gazelle for the hit points or Rhino for their damage reduction. Let's choose Gazelle. And draw cards. I psyched you out there. I wasn't gonna play another card. I could have used Natural Form's power and used a couple things, but I feel like it's still pretty early for that. Vinox. Well, the Naturalist is gonna benefit slightly. I'm gonna discard my hand, so I may as well prevent this. Alright, we're destroying 2 equipment cards. This is like a really rough one to get to start. It's adding up to a lot of damage. Writhe is going to discard his hand. Another copy of that. Alright, I think we're going to have a bad time here. I mean, we could just destroy those. I think it might be time to... We can't handle that much damage. We need to destroy those and get other things. I thought if it was other clues coming out, that would be one thing, but... So, we're going to put out an ammo drop, I think. I'm not going to use a power anyways, so let's upgrade mode. Those are the worst clues. That's right. So I'm going to blow them up with Guise and Mainstay, I think. Yeah. Well, this has not been a good start, but it's, you never know. Let's play a card or draw a card. We could play Gritty Reboot. Yeah, she's not making it easy. Alright, this is the only other ongoing destruction I have right now. I could draw into one, but let's make sure. And play other clues. Let's get the Shadow Cloak. Now we might even be able to keep it in play. Yeah, so now I have Gazelle. If I play Natural Form's Power and use... Yeah, I'm thinking I could play Bestial Shift. So I get to also use Natural Form's Power. I won't get all three, but I will get 2 useful ones. So we'll choose, I'm thinking, I mean, we can't actually kill Vinox, I don't think. We don't have enough damage. That's going to be 3 damage, and that's going to be, yeah, that's not enough. So let's choose Rhino. And I will play Bestial Shift. And use Power. I could have Writhe draw some cards here. Probably makes sense. Oh, good, destroy ongoing. We want to be able to destroy, like, I was holding on to those destroy ongoing cards because we wanted to use those once she flips to get rid of the clues faster, and then she played her worst clues immediately. Yeah, sure. Just keep hitting us more. Oh yeah, let's Writhe discard if he wants. Actually, if I don't discard, he'll be lowest. And then, yeah. I mean, not being able to deal damage isn't necessarily bad. But we'll take the 1 damage, and then Basta will go after him for 0. And then I have another card. Diversions. And there's that cat stuck in a tree again. Man, we are not having good luck here. Alright, she's destroying 2 diversion cards. Or sorry, two of our cards, and then at the end of the turn, the player with the most cards in play must destroy 1 of their non-character cards. So right now that is a tie between Bunker and the Naturalist. So if I make them each have 1, then we could like destroy Headlock or something. So upgrade mode, I put that out there to get destroyed. And blend into the pack. I think Natural Form's Power combos really well with my base power. So let's put blend into the pack. And yeah, so now we can choose anyone. We can choose Guise, who's just going to get destroyed soon anyways. I guess blend into the pack would save me a little damage here, but so for Threat to the President, we can destroy 5 non-character hero cards in order to destroy that. So I could potentially just like play a bunch of stuff to destroy for that. It's not a bad idea. You also want to kill the cat stuck in a tree. I could use upgrade mode again. Go do that. Sacrifice some things. I could destroy Ammo Drop again because I have another copy. Yeah, I mean, one person I read once pointed out said misinformation is basically Citizen Dawn, but in reverse. And so if you think about it that way, it's Kind of interesting. Alright, does Guise want to gain HP, potentially? Sure. Oh, there goes Yansa. I definitely, those environment targets. Actually, the Bosto is going to kill or go after the diversion, so knocking that down is going to be helpful. What can yeah do for me? Oh yeah, bunker is not too bad. Get ammo drop draws and just get to play another card right away because of upgrade mode, but then I can't draw cards or use powers, so it's not so great. Good to play end of turn maybe, just for funsies. I could borrow the Shadow Cloak. And then, yeah, Writhe can still like do his things. That seems fine. And then I can sacrifice Let Me See That on the villain turn. Let's do that. Hey, Shadow Cloak, let me borrow you. It's not weird at all. Guys in the Shadow Cloak. Seems terrifying. Do I want to play a card or draw a card? Actually, I could play more stuff. Yeah, if I play Selling Out, I can like basically spam a bunch of stuff, right? So on the environment turn to take care of the threat to the president. And let's... Oh yeah, I have +1 damage from that. That's handy. Shard Strength could be good. Yeah, I like Shard Strength. Basically, we're planning to get Cat Stuck in a Tree low enough so that Veenox, if Veenox is still around, and Basta will kill it. Hopefully Veenox not around. He's not helping. But will. Get it to where it needs to be. I mean, we don't have to kill the Cat Stuck in a Tree, but the more diversions she has, the worse. Oh yeah, Unquiet Knight could just take out Veenox, which I think was probably my plan. And we can try to manipulate Basto for our own purposes. I think I'll just draw a card. Ooh, an equipment. And I can use my power. The Shadow Cloak is already in play. And Guise stole it. Borrowed it. Here I actually have a Gazelle that I can play now. So I think that makes sense. And I could get both of these effects at the moment. Or I could play something. Oh yeah, I do need to do a little more damage. I'd like to get him down to 1. So Predator's Eye would do that. I guess we'll do that. Yeah, kind of a waste, isn't it? I mean, honestly, Basto's going to hit it and it can't deal damage. So maybe it's just fine that it doesn't die. Let's take advantage of this while we can. Who wants 2 cards? Guise for Selling Out. Actually, Guise could like do Selling Out stuff to knock it down enough anyways. I mean, sitting on your hands and getting beat up while waiting for the villain to do things on her own is what the other half of Citizen Dawn is if you let her flip, right? So that's why it's like that. All right, discard a card. Who do we got? Blue Go. Oh no, Blue Go is gonna go and save that thing. And if Blue Go goes to non-environments, right? Yeah, so let's have him go over to like Writhe or Bunker instead. That'll be great. We need to destroy the cat then for this. So, oh, I got a retcon. That's good. He's at 3. Hit. Whatever that kitty is. Excuse me. I have +1 damage, so yeah, I mean, I could just use, I can do that too on Mainstay or something. That would work. I would love to be able to play a bunch of ongoing cards though, so that I could use, I could discard a one-shot and then play, say, Cheese to play something else, right? So I can do those sort of combos. So I'd love to get a bunch of ongoings that then I can sacrifice for misinformation. So let's do that. So this goes off at the start of the turn, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna discard. Where did I leave that? Yeah, I don't love discarding that, but it's gonna let me do what I want. And so we'll play, say, Cheese. And hit the cat. Blugo has a thing protecting kitties. Yeah, and we'll play, like, I'm just gonna play things that I'm gonna plan to get destroyed, so like extreme.
I'll see you in hell. Except, wait, I'm not gonna die. Just you.
And we'll play, I can do that too, and actually just use it on Guise's power. Or I could activate Form. I could activate Naturalist, but I'm not gonna do that. And then we're gonna play another Blatant Reference. Sure, these are all sacrificial lands. And destroy that. Bunker gets to draw a card. And I want to save my retcon, so I'm just going to skip. Yes, I want to destroy 5 cards. We want to destroy Blatant Reference, Extreme, Selling Out. Guise is just doing it all on his own. We don't even need to destroy Shard Strength. I was thinking I would have to destroy it. I also have like Headlock, is like literally doing nothing, except he gets to deal damage when it gets destroyed, so I might keep it around. Upgrade Mode would let me like continue to spam out more cards, might be good. Or even switch into recharge mode, a little spam out of the card and switch to recharge mode. Yeah, I could destroy it, let me see that. I mean, it might save Guise this turn a little bit, but he'll live. And I mean, maintenance unit is not great. Ammo drop. Thinking of like, if I keep upgrade mode, I mean, I'm just destroy upgrade mode. That's not that. It's like the least useful thing on the board. Guise is the one thing that misinformation can't plan for. Still no clue. All right. Missing resources. Reveal the top card of your hero deck. Each player discards every card which shares any of the keywords. No one has any like unique special keywords like Mechanical Golem that would be helpful. I guess, yeah, Naturalist has Form, but they're also ongoing cards. So, none of these options are great. Everyone has a mix of cards in their hand. I feel like one shot might be the best here. I'll just choose Guise. It's a one shot. Goodbye, all my one shots. That is a rough card. Well, we didn't lose any other stuff. And Blugo is helping. Basto is now going after Bunker, but Blugo is protecting him, so that's fine. We can just start continuing to play some things, and maybe even heal a little bit. I could play Gatling Gun and use my power to destroy it. Ooh, block the environment. Is that anything bad? I mean, Immutus actually is going to be handy if it comes out. Slamera also helpful, like playing more villain cards, so we'll take the environment. Let's play... Oh, I could have used... Okay, yeah, I know. I need to rewind. I want to do a different thing. Destroy Gatling Gun. May as well, I'll draw the card, sure. Use a power maintenance unit, and then play recharge mode for the damage reduction and extra draw. The best counter to missing mirrors is have your deck in your hand. Yeah, so no card can be revealed. Okay, guys, doesn't have a lot to play. How does... I could, actually, if I play yeah, then I could be drawing more cards with Gazelle form. Or healing. Guise Barbarian is not really useful right now, so... Yeah, I'll play yeah, it'll be something I can sacrifice. Oh right, it destroys the form. Oop, forgot that. I mean, do I care that much? I care enough. So do I uncopy anyone else? Shard Strength? Yeah, Shard Strength is alright. And I get to use a power when it's destroyed, so that's cool. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Look at my mints. My mints are useless. I get to deal more damage to Basto. I don't really care about dealing damage, but I gotta deal some damage. I mean, I could hit Blugo. Basto's gonna stop being our friend soon. Void Belter? Sure. We'll just weaken Basto here. Maybe take him out. It's not helpful anymore. We're just gonna play a bunch of cards to soak up. Card destroys. I prefer that to like doing nothing and drawing. I like Resilient Hide here. And we can just sort of tank up a little bit. Yeah, Basto's only going after Blugo, right? Oh, Mainstay or Writhe. I thought he was going after... Oh, he's the second. No non-environment target with the lowest. Yeah, but he's not going to get damage through the Writhe, so... Let's draw a card. I could play Blend into the pack. We'll play that. Need to get another Bestial Shift, and I can do all three things. Does this look in the trash for her? No, it plays from the top. Yeah, I guess either one's 0 damage, so. Blugo, protect Mainstay. Yeah, Writhe is good. Groom! Another diversion. So this is the one destroy from misinformation, and then explosion of the labs is each player with 3 or more cards in play must destroy one of their cards. So that's bunker, and mainstay, and Writhe, and Naturalist. All right, so we could destroy a card from mainstay now to get him down. Oh no, he's also got headlock too. He's at 4. So destroy from Writhe, so Writhe doesn't have to destroy one from explosion anyways, right? So let's destroy, I guess, the Shadow Cloak. Like, she's not doing anything else, right? So we'll just get the Shadow Cloak back on her turn. And then each of these has to destroy one. Well, I mean, recharge mode, I played it with the expectation it would get destroyed. This one's interesting because you get to do stuff. Use a power, deal damage, deal damage. Yeah, I could just hit, I guess I'll just hit Groom with headlock damage. Groom's mostly hitting us, so. Destroy, sure, blend into the pack. Kind of put that out there to get destroyed. All right. I think we can pull the same trick. Well, we might not get a mode again, but we can try. See, put out that gun and blow it up again. Draw a card. Oh, it's a flat cannon. Yeah, I think we'd rather just use the maintenance unit and play a flat cannon, probably. I still kind of want the environment to play cards so that they play misinformation's cards faster. And here we're already at the end of the stream time, but I'm gonna play through. Oh no, guys. Guys gets to use a power. Oh, I should have destroyed, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh well, it's too late now. Let's draw a card. It's the start of my turn. And sure, hit Groom. I think Guise is getting a little injured, so let's play that. Hey, Lou Dolphin liked my tweet. Ha, poor Blugo. I could mano a mano with Blugo. That would be funny. Yeah, redirect damage to Mainstay, which then goes to Blugo, at least for now. Sure. I like that it's a May. And yeah, we'll chip Groom down. Probably take him and Basto out. I could deal one target 1 damage. Sure. Then, actually, Naturalist with Natural Form's power will get to do 2 targets 1 damage. If I had the right form, which I don't. Groom is going after Bunker. Basto is going after Guise, but by then, Blugo is going to be going 2 Guise. In between, though. Yeah, I think... Oh no, Basto's going to go after Guise, but Guise's total beefcake is going to send that over to Groom. Killing him. That works. Alright, we'll just, again, play cards. I could also reduce damage so Basto doesn't do something, but... I think that plan works out. Assuming the environment doesn't do something terrible. That's always good assumptions to make. Look at the Naturalist, 23 hit points. I don't want to play either of these cards, really. I mean, this is okay. As long as we don't get a huge damage event. It would protect everyone pretty well. I can use Natural Form's power. Oh, but I'm gonna lose the Rhino Form unless I have lost the Rhino Form already. No, I haven't, but I will at the end of my turn. So I need to use that if I want to keep it. Yeah, I think it's not worth playing those. So while I have these two effects, I'll get extra draws, and I think I'll give them to myself. Yeah. There's a Rhinoceros, if I want that. Yeah, the Naturalist is going to be able to tank a lot of damage soon. I mean, probably already can. This is Ream. Yep, so this goes to Total Beefcake, and that goes, I mean, I could send it to Belugo instead, I guess, but... Bye, Groom. Yeah, Belugo protects Guise, who needs to protect him more. Do I care about this for 1 damage? Mainstay can have this. And Orbo can hit himself. Tied with the Naturalist. Oh, discard your hand. I forgot about this. But I think it's again going to be Writhe, right? Like, could be Mainstay, but Writhe is more effective with an empty hand, so. Bunker's getting lots of cards. Hey, it's a clue that isn't the worst. So I'd like this to go next to someone who can survive on their own, and that is Bunker. Bunker could just like turtle up if he wants. Whereas I wouldn't put it next to Naturalist because Naturalist is really good at providing support and protecting others, so let's put it on Bunker. We have 1 clue. We need 3 more. So now Bunker is isolated and cannot be affected by other heroes. But I can do things like prevent the environment from playing cards if I wanted to. Or charge up an Omni Cannon. I wish I had my plating. Maybe I can find one. I could use my power. Blow up a maintenance unit. Go digging. Grenade launcher. Meh. I guess grenade launcher is fine. Can't really do a lot of damage right now. Nothing to shoot at, but super interesting. Environment cards, but... Alright, Belugo is going to be going to Mainstay. Yeah, just go between the heroes. That works for me. Do I want to play these cards? Not super much. I could play Selling Out just to have something to Misinformation Destroy, but I feel like we have enough on the field. And I'd rather save that for like a big guy's turn sometime, so let's see if we can drop some cards. Retcon. And Bosto is going after Guise, who's going to be protected by Belugo, so I'm not worried about that. Suzreem is going to be going after Belugo as well. But we'll make it start chipping down on Suzreem, I guess. See, this shard strength is starting to hurt Mainstay. The vest is going to help with that, though. Yeah. And I could reduce damage dealt by a target. Sure, Orbo is going to be going after still Orbo for the foreseeable future, so Not really doing much here. I don't feel like I need to like tank a ton of damage here. I'm gonna be ready to though. So I think just like healing up makes sense still. Shifter strength isn't. If that get me more cards than I discarded, I would like it better. But it doesn't. So I'm just gonna skip this. I mean, I could switch to the Rhino, but I think. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Just gonna do this and then like be in crocodile form for the start of turn maybe, in case something comes out. Actually, if I'm in Rhino form, I get that hit point, right? That's probably better. Draw a card. Hey, Primal Charge. That's great. Frentat. This is going to go... I mean, it could go to Blue-Go or just do no damage to Mainstay. Blue-Go is helpful. Especially when Mainstay's punching him a whole bunch. Does Leader of the Pack always work? Yeah. Why isn't this saying... Yeah, redirect it to Mainstay. No damage. Redirect to Mainstay. Blue-Go. Hey, wait, what? I thought Leader of the Pack should be going off here. Whenever a hero target will be dealt damage by a source other than a hero target. So yeah, redirect that to Mainstay. Oh, isolated hero. Like what? Isolated hero. That's why Bunker can't be saved because yeah, that's why. Bet Immutus comes out when she flips. Well, that's fine. Oh man, another suspicious malfunction. Destroy any number of equipment cards and deal piles of damage. I don't want to destroy them for this. I want to destroy them for other reasons. Guess I could just kill Suzreem. It's not actually, like, Frentat does more damage to us, so. Play a card or draw a card. A 2 Healy card, basically. Might be useful. Or if it sticks around, yeah. Actually, I want to draw a card. I need more options. Skiamaki. I don't have an ongoing or equipment card. So we can just have Frentat kill himself. Alright, we got a second clue, but it's a malfunction again, which is really annoying. If she plays a third clue, I'll keep it and tank things with the Naturalist, I think. We do have lots of equipment to destroy. And if we destroy 5, then it's 0 damage. Yeah, Bunker is happy to destroy, like, all of that. Thing is, like, we can't keep up doing this, like, with heroes that don't have equipment. And Writhe can destroy... Yeah, I actually would really like for Mainstay to not be destroying his stuff right now. I mean, maybe Void Belter, but like I want it to blow up like when it's going to have a huge benefit, which is going to be when we can hit her. So let's destroy the Cloak Projector and Shadow Cloak, and leave Writhe alone, or leave Mainstay alone. And it's all going to be 0 damage. +1, -1 in some cases. And that is not a clue. Yeah, we're going to destroy that. Destroy one of Guise's cards. And deal damage. Oh. If it might just show Leader of the Pack, it should show that. Maybe it's because of some reason. Shard Strength reduces the first damage. So, yeah, it can protect Writhe from one of these, and then like from most of them, from like half of the next one. So yeah, it goes to Blue Go anyway. Yeah. Hey Blue Go. Sorry Blue Go. You're helping. The longest I've seen her not flip. I don't know if you've played her with 5 heroes very often. I mean, usually you have these clues and you just deal with them, but like the Suspicious Malfunction, having that over and over again and having 2 of them is just like, no. All right. I'm just gonna play Maintenance Unit and use it to try to keep up to, did I have a plating in here that Guise discarded maybe? No. Just need to stem the bleeding. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of that malfunction. Boop. It's a clue, but it's the worst clue when we don't have enough equipment to keep up to it. What do I want to do? Draw a card. Great, card I don't need. Let's draw more cards. Punch the Envoy.
Oh man, the look on your face!
Yeah, we don't have any deck manipulation. That's part of the difficulty here. Oh no, Blue Go! I should have put Mano a Mano on Blue Go. I'm thinking of putting Mano a Mano on something just so that yeah, if I put it on something now, I'll get 2 hit points from it at the end of my turn. I mean, the thing is, putting this on Misinformation would be really good. So maybe it's Preemptive Payback instead. The Shard Strength is going to be hurting a lot, though. Actually, not so much, because I think I'm going to tank with Naturalist this turn. I have a couple turns to tank with him, so. And Mutus has to come out sooner or later, that's true. He's going to come out just now when I'm tanking everything, right? Maybe. This could destroy an ongoing or environment card, but I don't need to. Let's get the Shadow Cloak. Naturalist is going to be at full. I did get Primal Charge, which is going to be great to draw tons of cards. And if I... yeah. It's kind of interesting. I could go into tanking. I feel like it's not like necessary right now because no one's dying at the moment. But I also like have all this health that I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna be healing to max, right? Excuse me, and not being able to make use of it. So the question is, do I play Rhinoceros? Actually, playing Rhinoceros gives me that DR, so that's definitely the best way to go. Play the Rhinoceros, and then use the power and play Indomitable Force. And then next turn, Primal Charge and draw a bunch of cards and do it again. Probably. Yeah, if I had Bestial Shift, then I would probably play that, but... So let's pick Gazelle. And play Indomitable Force, redirect damage to the Naturalist, and I'm at like minus a lot. I guess effectively like -3 because -2, like, and then I negate any single damages. Oh yeah, hit the Envoy instead of Guise. I didn't even notice that was happening. This can go over to Naturalist for nothing. Diversion. I want clues. At least, oh, heavy plating, that's good. For Bunker, who's all by himself. Fight and fade. We can hit the Envoy's actually not doing anything, so we can hit the other one that came out. Though destroying the Envoy actually is useful. Because the Envoy, that's going to destroy more of our stuff, but I don't think we'd get to kill it anyways, right? I can hit it though. Who's left in the environment? Immutus! There we go, just as I tanked. And then we have Corrupton and Erdid coming out too. So yeah, so the ordering doesn't matter here because it's going to go to Immutus. I guess I could have destroyed the thing that played environment cards. Reveal a top card. I don't know. I just really don't want it to be like all of my things, but it's just going to be all my things, right? Like there's nothing. Who cares about... Bunker cares about his discard, so Bunker can discard more cards. Actually, so does Mainstay. Mainstay, you do it. Ongoing. Yeah, here, destroy half of our hands. Hey, we're still going. And now we're destroying 2 cards. Guise has 1, right? Didn't he end up playing something? I thought he did. Yeah, Gritty Reboot, that's not going to do anything. And Cornered Beast, I guess that's okay. Yeah. Cornered Beast. No damage, all the damage goes to Immutus. Which one first? This is actually probably fine for us. Just like, I guess we want to destroy those envoys though, right? Because that's making her destroy our stuff faster. But also we're not taking any damage, so we can just sit around while... Naturalist, since tanking is relevant. Actually, that's true. I should destroy Naturalist stuff instead. Let's do that. Good point. And also Gritty Reboot because... Yeah, and Normal Force isn't going to do anything, right? But Gritty Reboot isn't going to do anything either. Fun. Okay, so the environment is only playing Corrupton or Erdid. And they're both just going to go after Immutus, unless I destroy Immutus, but I feel probably okay with not doing that and just playing so... I can play enough cards to keep ahead of this ongoing or equipment. It's only if it has to be... if it has to be equipment, it's a lot harder for my team here, right? So I got my heavy plating, so I'm happy about that. I might get Omni Cannon, honestly. I'm not going to put maybe a ton of cards in it, but I feel good about having it. And draw another one. I think where did I leave that is good. Good chance of getting best card ever too. I would like to draw some heals too. Actually, giving a character, I want that because I want to gain hit points. Actually, I don't really need to gain hit points this turn, right? Let's just draw cards for now. Best card ever also gains me probably more hit points, so I should have just pulled that one, but whatever. There it is. And this is going to Immutus. I think this is just a skip. I mean, I could Durasteel to filter a little bit. Ooh, sweet Rhonda. Drawing extra cards. Yeah, let's drop that. To drop 2. Nice to have the option to destroy your things for Mainstay. Unquiet Night could destroy card. Actually, I think it's just a skip here for Writhe. Doesn't have enough cards to do anything. And big tank Naturalist didn't do anything. I can draw cards. That seems like a good plan. And I can draw cards. Have anyone draw cards. So having like either Guise, actually, yeah, Mainstay probably. Unless Writhe have something he wants to do? Probably. Mainstay wants to play Sweet Rhonda, maybe Writhe. Watch, we'll get the discard your hand thing again. I could destroy something with 3 or fewer HP, but again, nothing is dealing damage to us this round. Let's give it to Writhe. Skip. I have better things to do than skip. I draw 6 cards. Ooh, Natural Born Vigor. Extra powers. Enclave the Endlings is powered up. All to Immutus. Immutus can't deal damage. They've 0 cards in the environment deck now. Orbo's going after Immutus. Slamera plays a clue. Oh, Mainstay is automatically isolated. He had the most in play. Say cheese. Hits Immutus. I guess I could choose to have this like go after something that would. Oh man, if non-hero target is gonna, it's gonna be 0 though because of the DR. If it's 0, then it won't go to Immutus, right? It depends on how much we want Immutus to get hit here. Just having Slamera go off here. Oh man, each non-hero target. All right, this is gonna probably kill Immutus, right? Like, yeah, this is a lot. So we want this to actually hit the villains. So Basto's already gone, so what, is that not redirecting? Oh yeah, the redirecting is not showing up like the second time. That's a bug. Suzreem, basically anyone who's already gone in the turn order here. I can protect, I guess you could say. And none of these like react, right? Well, Frazat does, but actually I should protect Slamera because she's helping us play clues. And also playing our cards, which is fun. All right, and now actual damage. RAP Amutus. Increase damage dealt by Writhe to that target by 1. And use a power. I don't have a power that actually does anything. Dang it. Someone might be letting me play a card. Unlikely. Let's choose one of these diversions. Yeah, use a power. That may use a power. I choose not to. Crocodile. Maybe the environment will kill these guys for us. Actually, yeah. It will. I think no one else is gonna... Very few are actually gonna get hit here. Because basically everyone on the team has -1 except for Guise. And I could destroy the Shadow Cloak to avoid 1 damage. No. Yeah, the environment is taking out these fools. So that's nice. And yeah, it's just 1 more damage. Guise is mad. This means war. It's a clue! That's 3. So this says, at the end of the villain turn, destroy 1 hero ongoing equipment card, and we can get rid of it by discarding cards. Excellent. Alright, who has cards that can spare? I mean, we have lots of cards in play. This is what I'm saying about like outpacing. Outpacing misinformation isn't all that hard necessarily. Actually, I think I want to use that for Bunker at the start of his turn. So let's just get rid of... Preemptive Payback, could just get rid of that and punch one of these environments that's going to be hitting us. Like Suzreem is probably going after one of us. Yeah. Or Corrupton actually is worse. Corrupton is like hitting us for a lot. But I would rather actually kill Frazat first. Then he's less likely to play Corrupton again, but Frazat doesn't really do much, and I'm fine leaving him around. This is what happens when you don't bring enough donuts to an Endling gathering, says Breakable. That is absolutely correct. Do I want to move fight? Does she destroy when she flips? No. So I could start charging up Omni Cannon here. I don't see why not. I have enough to soak like enough stuff, so yeah, let's charge up the Omni Cannon with guns. Another Omni Cannon. Piece of foams. I kind of do want to destroy this so I can use my power and heal, but then I would lose. Yeah, I'm going to save this for later when I can go nuts. Adhesive Foam I don't mind here so that we don't get like another... Honestly, getting another Amutus play isn't the end of the world though, right? So let's just keep playing more stuff for Bunker. And healing up a little. I think that seems fine. I could just... Yeah, I could destroy Flat Cannon. And maybe get a recharge mode if I draw it. That would be nice. Heavy Plating. Now let's play Grenade Launcher. And regain hit points. There's recharge mode. It was 1 down. Alright, time for Guise to heal a little bit. Oh, if I discard the top card of the environment deck, it's pretty likely that's a target. May as well just take out... I can do 1 damage to Corrupton, I guess, with my power. So, Herded goes after the second highest, which is Bunker. Oh, now Bunker is targeted by Orbo, too. What's Basto doing? Guise. This guy's going to be able to escape that. Guys could borrow... Yeah, Guys could copy the Naturalist, and the Naturalist could just play... Oh no, that's just... His stuff is in the trash now, so I can't easily get it. Yeah, that's not good. I could copy Unnerving Target, that's kind of fun. Make them hit themselves for hitting Guys, but Guys doesn't really have the hit points to do that, right? I could, once again, copy Shard Strength, but that's also dangerous for Guys. Yeah, I think it's time for Basto to go. Guys doesn't have a good way to, like, block his damage right now, so... We wouldn't have the patience to finish this game. Just think of the payoff when we win. Woo! Let's play. Yeah, I mean, is there someone I would want to... I can't do the isolated one, so it's like choose between Naturalist and Writhe. And honestly, there's not... Actually, I could copy like a Rhino form, maybe, or Croc form. If there's something else useful on an ongoing, not really. Or I could use Let Me See That and borrow the Shadow Cloak again. I think Writhe needs it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip. Heal me now, or there's a 50 Sentinel points minus! Am I silly and Writhe has area damage that I'm forgetting about? It's possible. One target. Actually, he hasn't really drawn a lot of his damage, and he doesn't have anything else in his hand, so no, he doesn't. Sweet Rhonda! So of course, Mainstay can do plink damage here too, and I think we will, because these environments are going after our friends. Anyone that's like attacking Guys, I need to put a stop to that. So, Zazreem, good night. We just need one more clue, and then another round. I like Erratic Form. Gets me extra cards. Somber Tinker. Yeah, like once she flips, we can block her from playing cards and everything. Like, that'll be real good. I guess I could have played something that has a power I could use. There's each non-hero target 2 damage. That's what I was looking for. Don't really use this very much. Yeah, and I guess I have Feral Fury. That's a little bit of area damage. Feral Fury, slight. I guess it's kind of blink damage more than that, right? I don't think I need to tank this turn. Mainstay and Guys are getting real low, but we'll save it. I mean, he just might come out again, but we'll do this and get 2 powers. Right now we're just in Crocodile form, naturally. So that's going to actually be a good amount of damage because Cornered Beast was going off, but it's not anymore because I've hit too many things. From as a base power, I can clean out a lot of the environment. So maybe I'll do that. Let's choose draw cards. Yeah. Actually, oh, hyperactive senses. Actually, I need to go back. Do I? Oh yeah, picking an icon. I need to use hyperactive senses. I don't know what I'm thinking. I need to use hyperactive senses and make sure there's a clue on top. That is what I need to do. It's like, I don't have any deck manipulation. I do, and that's the one card. Misinformation, and I guess Enclave. All right, we have 2 clues. The worst clue and misplaced memo is also rough, dealing ourselves 2 psychic damage, but I'll take it. Actually, and then this is going to be great. Slammer is going to play it, and she's going to flip at the start of her turn, and then we can get rid of it before, yeah, we can get rid of it at the start of the villain turn. Yeah, so before we are good there. Excellent. This is all working out just fine. Deck manipulation. If only people understood that that is the most powerful thing in Sentinels. More than damage. It is. All right. Actually, I want to put... I don't want this card to come out. Actually, having this card come out on her turn is totally fine. So we have enough ongoing destruction on our team. I have Unquiet Night in my hand. I don't have Retcon in hand, but I'm going to be reshuffling soon. Mainstay doesn't. Okay, so maybe I don't have a lot of ongoing destruction right now. But actually, I could shift your strength and get to Crafty Assault and destroy 2 ongoing cards pretty easily. So I'd rather have that be on top and know it's there versus the other, if that makes sense. So let's put Misplaced Memo on top. Then on her turn, she's going to play the other one. I'd rather have Groom come out than some random card, I think. 5 damage. Termi-Nation Bunker. I mean, it could be Immutus, and then we just pound on Immutus for misinformation, so that might be nice. So let's put Groom on top. Discard Enclave, and leave misinformation alone. We'll discard Guise, because I want to draw through to my retcons again faster. And I don't have, where did I leave that? So. Except for the Matriarch. Still with the Matriarch, deck manipulation is powerful. You can, it's not as powerful, I agree, but it still can be very useful. All right, so I'm gonna probably have the Naturalist draw cards here to try to get to, yeah, I could deal damage to the environment, but that's less important than trying to draw through to environment, or sorry, ongoing destruction. Yeah, there we go. And Erdid is going after the second highest. That's going to soon be misinformation, actually. Second lowest, Frazat. Yeah, let's hit Frazat. And, I mean, Erdid, sure. Orbo does so little that I'm not too concerned. All right, we're good for 3 ongoing destructions, which is like all of them. So, not all of them, all but 1. Hooray for Slammer. And there's Immutus. All right, we're not taking any damage from all the craziness. This game will be over soon. Oh man. I'm at full HP, use a power. Yeah, the power that makes people draw cards that can destroy ongoings, probably. Actually, yeah, I need to do that. Let's do that. I could have played a one-shot, but... Or actually, I can gain more forms. That's better. Is it better? I can do Bestial Shift. This is silly. I'll save that for later. I don't need to do that now. Immutus is here and you brought pizza. Actually, I kind of want to kill Immutus because I want to be able to deal damage to misinformation, so I'm going to send this damage to him even though I don't have to. Oh, and I get to use another power. Okay. I mean, so I could have also regained 2 hit points, but I'm at full, so I could use my base power, and I don't want to kill, like, don't want to kill him too good. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of powers, like, quick. So maybe I'll just do this and choose the form that I'm not, which is Rhino, and just draw a card. Mutus is here and gets mauled. Yeah. Yeah, I want him to have enough hit points to soak damage on the villain turn. And then get killed. Yeah, like, he's gonna take a ton of damage here. He might not even make it to the villain turn. Actually, he will. It's okay. But he's only got 10. I could have killed him. That would have been a bad idea. Oh my god! Immediate Twain is actually a villain! Yeah, so actually destroying Misplaced Memo isn't as important here, but... Oh yeah, actually... Oh, interesting. If Immutus gets low enough, he's going to be immune to damage. Once he gets down to 3. And I got rid of my direct destroy card. That's too bad. Actually, just destroy an environment card, right? With anything. Thinking if, like, I could, like, keep this around. And then Immutus will be, like, immune to damage, right? So actually, if there's anything else at the start of the turn, discard any card. I can usually discard for that one. But Isolated Hero, like... But even do I care about Isolated Hero? Not really. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Midas be gone. Even though she's going to, like... She's going to play a card, and maybe that's be bad, though. We could leave Misplaced Memo around and then destroy it. How do I destroy it? That's the problem. I didn't get Retcon. I can't destroy it until Writhe's turn, right? Like, that's too long. She's going after the 2 with the lowest, so that'll hurt. But I think that's okay. Yeah, I think Misplaced Memo is, like, just needs to go because I don't like it. Alright, first Mainstay because he hits harder than Guise because he's lower. I think this won't... Yeah, it might matter, so... Yeah, because... Oh, yeah, some of the heroes have more damage. So... He has 5. Oh, yeah, so Bunker can just deal himself, like, 1 damage here. Yeah, that's how it will work out. And then we can, yeah, we just need to discard 5 cards among the heroes, which is easy. We have been drawing lots. Guys can volunteer, probably 5. Maybe that's enough. And Bunker's putting them in Omni Cannon, so I don't want him to discard. But Writhe can discard equipment that he can easily get back, or, yeah, Naturalist has a hilarious amount of cards too. Chat, surprise Pikachu. And he's, oh yeah, we knew what was coming, suspicious malfunction. Oh well, we're doing fine. Not even going to discard for 1 damage or destroy the Shadow Cloak for 1 damage. Oh yeah, she hits herself because she hit Writhe. I could destroy the Shadow Cloak for this and get it back with... Do I have the... No, I don't have the one to get it back. I could Somber Tinker. Draw a card, Shadow Cloak, but then I won't play... I want to Unquiet Night, so I don't want to destroy it. Oh, and Guise ended up with Greedy Reboot, I guess? I guess off Slammer. Yeah, I think we might just kill Misinformation this turn. Not this turn, but this round here. We're so set up. Yeah, destroy Ox Power Source. And how about Turret Mode? That sounds good. And let's shoot Omni Cannon. For 13 damage. And let's... Do I want to... If I destroy Omni Cannon... Yeah, but turret mode doesn't... Or I can't play cards because of turret mode, right? So I need to destroy turret mode. So I need to do this part. Hit some environment targets for funsies. And do this, destroy turret mode. Draw a card. Play decommissioned hardware. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Yeah. We're undoing. Sorry. Tapped wrong. We'll fast forward. You want to see how Bunker is so useless. That's 12 damage, if anyone's counting. 15 damage. To one target. He's hitting other things too, but... Destroy turret mode. And draw a card. Play a card. This one. Flat Cannon. That's the one I wanted. And use that power. 18 damage from Bunker. Pretty solid. Oh, reshuffle your trash into your deck. Hey look, it's Guise. I don't have Guise of Bavarian anymore, I must have discarded it. Yeah, let's play Super Ultra Kawaii. I want to, I think. Oh yeah, that's fun. I don't think I actually want to copy him though. I'll play, look what I found. Don't want to destroy the Shadow Cloak. I mean, I don't actually care about destroying ongoing cards because I'm probably just going to kill her, so yeah, destroy it, redirect it to herself. Yeah, she's not going to make it to the Naturalist turn. Mainstay is going to do it. I guess I could retcon something. Sure. Could retcon something of Mainstay, but actually take an isolated hero. And let's play card, yeah. Draw more cards.
Good.
I think Mainstay has this. I think so. We can drop the hammer and blow up the world, basically. And we don't even get to like do everything before we win. What was the interesting visual bug? And we dropped the hammer on misinformation. The short strength damage showed is 8 HP and not 6. Oh. Yeah, I guess because it changed because of Parent to Payback. Yeah, Parent to Payback is really weird. And that's it. Only took an hour longer than I wanted. So be it. Them's the breaks. All right. So that is another edition of Handelabra Live. One more. Maybe next time, Lude, we can play Oblivion one of these weeks and have a game or two of that. This has been Handelabra Live. I'm John, Migrant P, the lead developer of pretty much all our games. You can get all our games on Steam and iOS and Google Play. And notably, this week, One Deck Dungeon is coming to iPhone and Android phones on Google Play. So on Thursday, check the App Store, check the Google Play Store, and give that a download. It's also a big sale event, and part of the sales are going to charity, so it's to a good cause, as well as rolling lots of great dice. And if you already own the game, it's universal, so it'll just install on your phone if you have it on the same platform. But the DLC is also on sale, so you can pick up Forest of Shadows if you haven't had it, or other characters. So check those out. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get a ton more people onto One Deck Dungeon and playing that game. So we're excited about that. It's been a lot of fun, especially coming up with the UI that works great on a phone that isn't just a tiny version of the tablet UI that you can't see anything. And big credit to Jennifer Green here at Handelabra for helping make that be the best it can be. She's done tons of great UI work for us, especially around that. So that's going to be it. It is getting late here, so I'm going to sign off, and be sure to tune in to all of our other shows. We actually have a special schedule this week because On Deck is coming back again on Saturday. So tune in for that, as well as the regular Dolphins Dive and Tales from the Archive. We'll see you next time.